The Mud Hens were winners. The Indians were losers. What a shame. What a shame. Welcome to All Andy Alfred here on Clayfan 2-3. I am your host, Andrew Alfred. Usually I say I love you guys, but I feel your pain. I really do feel your pain. And we're going to get to that in the second part of this show. But we always do two parts on this Friday edition, covering this weekend in baseball, and then recapping the Mud Hens and all that stuff. But we'll get to the LeBron situation in part 2. And you might want to hear what I have to say about this. It'll be interesting. But let's get into it. The Indians were a loser last night, 5-2 to Tampa Bay. Davis gets the win. He goes to 6-4 with a 4.69 ERA. Westbrook gets the loss. He goes to 5-5 with a 4.75 ERA. Brantley and Marte homered for the Tribe, and Carl Crawford and Carlos Pena homered for Tampa Bay. So Wheeler gets to save his first in front of 16,892 game time, 2 hours and 42 minutes. Now tonight, it will be Fausto Carmona taking on Shields, who is 7-8 with a 4.83. Carmona 7-7 with a 3.69 ERA. Saturday, we'll see Matt Garza for the Rays, 9-5 with a 4.28 ERA, taking on Aaron Laffey, who's 1-2 with a 5.18 ERA. And then the concluded game on Sunday, right before the All-Star break, will be Justin Masterson. He's 3-8 with a 5.22 ERA, taking on Nemeth, who's 7-2 with a 2.85 ERA. All games can be seen Saturday tonight, 7:10, Sunday 1:40 on ST. The Tigers will now open up a 3-game set with the Minnesota Twins. It'll be a big, pivotal series against the Twins. Detroit will send Justin Verlander to the hill tonight. He's 10-5 with a 3.85 ERA, taking on Francisco Liriano, who's 6-6 with a 3.32 ERA. Game time 7:05 on FSN. On Saturday will be the Fox matinee game. Will be Nick Blackburn, 7-6 with a 6 ERA, taking on Jeremy Bonderman, who's 4-6 with a 4.81 ERA. And Sunday, the concluding game of the series before heading to the All-Star break will be Carl Pavano, 9-6 with a 3.58 ERA, taking on Andrew Oliver, who's 0-2 with a 5.93 ERA. Games on tonight and Sunday are on FSN Detroit, and like I said, Saturday's game is on Fox. Other scores in the major leagues: the Yankees were a winner, 3-1 over Seattle. Pittsburgh 0, Houston 2. The White Sox are on a tear, and we'll get to that in just a second. White Sox were a winner, 1-0. It was a 2-hit shutout by John Danks. San Francisco 9, Milwaukee 3, Minnesota 1, Toronto 8, Colorado 4, St. Louis 2, Philadelphia 4, the Reds 3. That was in 12 innings, by the way. Baltimore 6, Texas 4, San Diego 7, Washington 1. The Cubbies were a loser 3-2 in L.A. Looking at the AL Central, this is what it looks like right now. Your Detroit Tigers are in first place by a half a game, 46-37, 7-3 in their last 10. Chicago is in second place. They are 46-38, a half game out, 7-3 in their last 10. Minnesota is 45-40, 2 games out, 4-6 in their last 10. Kansas City is 39-46, 8 games out, 8-2 in their last 10. They're really starting to heat up here, but I think it's a little too late. Cleveland is in last place. Record of 33-52, 14 games out, 5-5 in their last 10 games. Key games in the major leagues today, in this weekend actually. Minnesota will be taking on Detroit. That is a big pivotal matchup. If the Tigers can at least get 2 or 3 out of this series before heading into the All-Star break, that'd be great. Kansas City will be taking on the hot Kansas City Royals will be taking on the Chicago White Sox in Chicago. That will be a great matchup. Cincinnati's taking on Philadelphia, of course. Boston and Toronto, good matchup. And the Cubbies taking on the Dodgers in that affair. Like I said, this is part 1 of All Andy Alfred. Part 2 will feature the Mud Hens, NHL, LeBron James, and email sent out from Dan Gilbert. I'll read that to you on the air, and recommendations in the shows coming up. I mean, we're gonna be a busy bunch of beavers right here. But this is part 1 of All Andy Alfred. I hope you can stick around for part 2, which is coming up next.